They offered me a walk-on position, but that wasn't what I had in mind. At the time, it was tough. I wanted to kind of follow my dad's footsteps and play, for Virginia Tech.
The Golden State Warriors select Stephen Curry from Davidson College.
He's a 4-time NBA champion.
Even the most experienced basketball scouts can make mistakes in identifying talent, and these mistakes can go from heavily ranking a potential NBA bust to completely ignoring a potential NBA star. And that is exactly what we're going to look at in this video, featuring 5 current NBA stars who were either criminally ignored or terribly rated after their high school basketball stint and didn't end up going to the prestigious institutions that rule the NCAA basketball world. The players featured in this list either had to prove their mettle in lesser-known or underdog colleges, or had to face the bigger test of being a late draft pick and eventually proving their worth in the NBA. So without further ado, let's start off with number 5, and that spot goes to Paul George, currently an 8-time All-Star who was awarded Most Improved Player in 2013 and led the league in steals in 2021. Paul George's high school stint at Knight High School was fairly commendable, as he led them to the Golden League Championship and added 2 accolades to his profile in the form of Golden League MVP and the Antelope Valley Press Player of the Year. However, he was only handed a 3-star recruit rating by Rivals.com, and in a list featuring the top prospects from his class, he was ranked only 20th, following which he didn't receive a lot of college offers. There was a verbal commitment to Santa Clara and a short stint at Pepperdine, but PG-13 decommitted from both and ultimately chose Fresno State, citing that he wanted to be an impact guy immediately. While George did have offers from Georgetown and Penn State, he chose Fresno because of the understanding that he'd be more valuable and get more game time, and eventually played 2 seasons for them, averaging 16.8 points per game in his sophomore season, and finally making it to the NBA as the 10th pick in the 2010 draft. Moving quickly to number 4, we have an NBA champion from the 2019 Toronto Raptors, Pascal Siakam. An upbringing in Cameroon was as unpredictable as it got for him to make a career in the NBA, especially since he wasn't even initially interested in basketball or becoming a priest, the latter of which his father wanted him to become. He was enrolled in St. Andrew's Seminary by his father and was discovered at a local camp by Luc Ricard Mba Umute, himself a basketball player as well, and Siakam started gaining repute owed to by his infectious energy and athleticism as told by himself.
And it was just like my athleticism. That was it. Like, it was nothing else, just pure energy.
He was invited to South Africa to play for Basketball Without Borders, and he moved to the US with Mba Umute when he was 18 and enrolled in God's Academy, following which he caught the attention of New Mexico State University. His first year was a setback, however, since he was injured for the whole season, but he bounced back in the next 2 years to receive top honors such as WAC Player of the Year and declaring eligibility in the 2016 draft, where he was drafted 27th, following which he won the Most Improved Player in the 2019 season, and right after that, the NBA championship. And now our top 3 starts with Portland starman Dame Dalla, aka Damian Lillard, who is a 7-time All-Star and was Rookie of the Year in 2013. Now, would you believe that Damian Lillard was handed just a 2-star rating by Rivals.com, another 2-star rating by Scout Media, and a 3-star rating by 24/7 Sports? Crazy, right? Well, after transferring from Arroyo High School and St. Joseph Notre Dame High School, Lillard spent his junior and senior years at Oakland High. Damian finally went on to play college ball at Weber State after being reportedly also courted by the likes of St. Mary's, San Diego State, and Wichita State as well. It was at Weber that Damian Lillard exploded in his freshman and sophomore seasons, suffering a setback in his junior season with an injury just 10 games into the season. However, a medical redshirt allowed him to come back from injury and start his junior year again, and he built on his points per game average of 11.5 and 19.9 in his first 2 years to going as high as 24.5 in his junior year, coupled with his college all-time highs of 4 assists, 5 rebounds, and 1.5 steals per game. Lillard declared eligibility for the 2012 NBA draft as a highly rated prospect, getting drafted 6th overall and setting on a highlight-worthy and NBA top 75-worthy career with the Portland Trail Blazers. Before we reveal our top 2 in the list, do make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button for our channel to become a part of this growing community. And definitely let us know in the comments section if we missed a player who was under the radar in college but made it big in the NBA. Our top 2 on this list features some of the biggest names in the NBA, starting with the ever-hustling, never-tiring, forever balling Jimmy Butler, or as he is lovingly called, Jimmy Buckets. It's well known that he was rendered homeless in his youth, including him recounting that incident himself. Butler moved places and families, finally looking to make his mark in Tomball High School in Texas, where he was the captain in his senior year. His achievements included 19.9 points per game in his senior year, and despite that, Butler was neither favored nor courted by great programs or big schools. And instead, he chose to take his talents to Tyler Junior College and eventually played there as a freshman before transferring to Marquette as a sophomore. His coach at Marquette discussed how Butler was ranked 73rd in the state of Texas as a prospect right after high school, and he was handed a paltry 2-star rating by 24/7 Sports, which put him at a shocking 127th rank in junior college ballers. His 3 seasons in Marquette saw him average 15.7 points per game in his senior year, to go with 2.3 assists and 1.4 steals per game, which was enough to land him in the All-Big East honorable mention for 2 years straight. Butler was then drafted 30th by the Chicago Bulls and went on to play for 3 more teams, eventually making the NBA Finals in the COVID bubble season against the Lakers and putting up a phenomenal performance. And finally, at number 1, we have everybody's, well, not so favorite star these days after the affordable housing fiasco. Well, apart from that, a fairly non-controversial NBA superstar and the 4-time NBA champion, the baby-faced assassin, Steph Curry. Steph, who's currently the reigning 3-point shooting record holder, was surprisingly not a storied or hyped college prospect, despite his father being an NBA player in his own time as well, finishing the 2nd highest in points and the highest in steals for Virginia Tech. Much to their shock, Steph, who had been playing for Charlotte Christian School and also leading them to 3 conference titles, only received a walk-on spot for Virginia Tech and wasn't recruited by any other major colleges as well, which led him to choose Davidson College, a place where Steph exploded into the 3-point monster that we know. He broke the freshman 3-point record in the NCAA while at Davidson and got selected for the Under-19 FIBA World Championship, and then broke the 3-point record for sophomores, coincidentally doing it against that season's eventual champions, Kansas Jayhawks, in a game they lost 59-57. Curry was the scoring leader in the NCAA during his final season at Davidson, choosing to declare eligibility for the NBA draft without playing his senior year at the same college. Chosen 7th overall by the Golden State Warriors, the man now has a dynasty and has changed the NBA with revolutionizing the 3-point shot, and continues to build on his future Hall of Fame credentials as a full-time champion. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Do make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so that you're alerted as soon as we upload new content. We will see you soon in the next video.